So I got a question the other day, an honest question here. Do you enjoy what you eat, or does it feel like a struggle? Good luck to you. That question opens up so many different rabbit holes of like eating to live versus living to eat, the whole like pleasure trap, obesity, gluttony. Let's talk.
What if you prayed to God to make it through the hardest part instead of starting over like too many are? What's in your arsenal?
So I've been doing a high-carb vegan diet for about 4 months, and it used to be more fruit. Now I'm leaning more grains, and there was a period where I was doing no fruit whatsoever in a Chinese medicine-like fashion to balance some yin-yang shit. And it was not very pleasurable, because buckwheat is Satan's seed. It has no flavor. There's almost nothing to it. The texture's not good. If you want to sprout it and like eat a bowl of it, it's like, woody. It's not great. It's no oatmeal, that's for sure. And so like I was limiting myself to like buckwheat smoothies with fake flavorings and no fruit. And it was like, this is not very good, but my skin was good, energy good, digestion pretty good. I was like, well, okay, I'm not enjoying the diet so much, but I'm getting the results. I'm living my life. I'm happy. How important is taste? And it just leads you down so many different rabbit holes. Like some people, they love eating so much that they flavor everything so intensely. Like you're frying your onions and you're reducing sauces and you're adding salt and all this stuff. And you have the perfect acid to sugar to salt balance. And it's like, restaurants do this. Is genius. What humans have been able to create with food, like holy cow, why does that taste so good? It's a fun way to live. Like it's one of the pleasures we can experience in this third dimensional hippie realm, but it can also lead you away from true happiness, which is just being happy internally without any external influences. If you're dependent multiple times a day for this boost of joy from food, then your life could end up spiraling downwards where you're not working on the inner mind and you're not appreciating what life has to offer, and it's only food. And some people get obsessed, and that's why you see like obesity, it's addictions, and they need it. They need something, and I get it. There's crutches, we all have our crutches. But in my opinion, if you're seeking too much pleasure from food, it becomes an addiction rather than just nourishing the body. Like, we should be eating, we should enjoy it, obviously. Fruit's very enjoyable, so is greens, plain. I enjoy eating kale plain. Like, it's actually quite tasty. Once you remove salt and all like enhanced flavorings, real food tastes pretty good on its own. I just think it's a more productive mindset if you just nourish your body and then go create things and have fun. You eat a little, okay, I need to refuel the energy, boom, let's do stuff with the energy. It's like, my focus for the longest time has been on getting healthy instead of what I would do if I was healthy. Just do that, start doing that. Like I'm plenty healthy enough to do anything in this world. What am I like focusing on, like healing still for? Like my skin's good, energy's good. I have no downsides here. I can just go create. But we get trapped, don't we, into these old mindset patterns. So that's another rabbit hole to go into. So like eat to live versus live to eat. I think it's healthier to live and eat to live. I messed it up. The other rabbit hole it makes you go down is, if your food is not good, how could it possibly be human food? And that leads you to many different things. Like, is the tastiest thing what we should be eating? Because that like our senses are drawn to it. So like fruits, you could say they're the tastiest thing on earth, plain raw. Just in its natural state, you grab a fruit, there's nothing that beats it. Greens are pretty good. Okay, grains, just raw, basic. Oatmeal's not bad, but it's not like, whoa, wow, this is human food. Nuts and seeds, they're okay. They're quite bland. They're not like, wow. Meat, raw, just plain, it's okay. It's not like, whoa, man. It's not like, wow. For meat to be like, wow, you gotta cook it and like you're searing it and then you're creating polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. And those taste good for some reason, even though they kill you. So it's like, How can we be lured by our tastes if they can deceive us? Crooked, fire-driven food. Dried fruit can taste better than fresh fruit. It's more concentrated, it's sweeter. You can eat like a ton of dates. We've all done it, and we've all had the tooth pain from it. That's fun to do, but it's not as good. It sticks to your teeth, you get cavities, and it's like, okay, I was lured by my taste. This is more natural. I'm enjoying this more. So that tells us that humans are meant to eat dried fruit, when in reality, it's like, dried fruit means it lacks the water, and everything is all about hydration. That's why I don't eat salt, because I'm so hydrated. I'm rarely ever thirsty. I drink my distilled water, lacking minerals. Oh, how do you absorb any of it? I don't care, I don't know. I have my vegetable juice, like smoothie at night. All this stuff is water-rich, raw food. That's healthy, hydrating. That's what I focus on. I could be making buckwheat crackers. They would taste much better, just blend it up. You could add salt, but say you didn't want salt, just season it right, dehydrate them. That's super concentrated. Now buckwheat tastes pretty good. That's gonna rob body from your water. I said that backwards. So to get back to the original question, does my diet taste good? When I add fruit to it, it tastes plenty fine, and I'm actually looking forward to the smoothies. I don't need to eat a big meal every night. It's fun to have my oatmeal. That's like every 3 days we're doing that right now to see if I can handle that. How many zits will I get from oats? So far it's like very minuscule and worth it. So it's fun, but I don't mind eating one meal a day, and it's just a blended meal. I'm not actually eating anything except the greens at the end. I get to chew kale like a cow would. So it is actually quite enjoyable to eat like this, and in the summer, I imagine I will have some days where it's just like a mono fruit meal instead of the smoothie or grain-based anything. And then we gain muscle with the lower protein. That'll be fun. But I've had tastier diets. It's funner to eat cooked starch, but I don't feel as good. I get way more tired. It was fun to eat cooked carnivore with vegetables and all this fat on the veggies, and that was fun, but I had a rash on my forehead. So you could argue because grains are pretty bland, they're not really human food, and me adding fruit to it is just hiding that fact, and really I would thrive much more if I removed the grains. I'm with you. That's possible, definitely possible, and I will explore that reality in the summer. But for right now, in the winter, to get by on a Canadian winter, grains are life-saving. And that's how we would do it. You grow them all summer long, and then you save them, and then you have barrels full of them, and that's how you make it through a winter. You don't need animals. There's no ice age where we're like, oh, I needed woolly mammoths. Yeah, those existed. Yeah, I've rid one once. I'll ride your mom. But I just focus on feeling good and hydrated. That's all I care about. I like tasting good things, don't get me wrong. But if I feel worse, I don't do that very often. I would love all you can eat sushi, vegan sushi, of course. But I'll probably get more acne. I don't love it, so I don't do that very often. It's been 4 months I haven't done it. So I'm due for a sushi escapade, but these aren't that important. Feeling good is what matters to me. Maybe that's less important to you. I can totally understand a mindset where it's I don't care about feeling super energetic. I just want to live. I'm bored. I'm not gonna go create stuff. We're done with that life. I just want to watch TV and eat pleasure, and this is fun. And yes, I'm tired. I'm fat. I don't love life, but I get some joy. The dopamine hits from my food. It's enough to propel me to the great awakening one day. I'll get there. Whatever. You're fine. We all have levels to this, and I'm not on a higher level. I'm just I am in white robes on a horse. I would argue the standard American dieter who's fat and sick but saves children every day is way better than any vegan social media influencer. I don't know how you just go save children, but if you're helping people, that's your goal, but you're sick and fat, you're still a great person, better than me, whatever the hell this is. So we all have our own path, and I try not to focus too much on super fun tasting food. I could make it. I know how. I'm like a good chef. You see me making food, it never looks good because it isn't. And I don't focus on that. I'm not here to get the rainbow and everything is perfect taste pleasures. I focus on health and I don't need the stimulus. I stimulate my own mind. How you doing? You thumbing that up? You're not. The reason, actually, you're thumbing this down is because you've kicked a kangaroo. That's stupid. They just stand on their tail and shred your intestines out. And then once you're lacking intestines, maybe you'll learn your lesson. You don't have to flavor your food so much because you can't digest a damn thing. It just goes straight in and out because the kangaroo was better than you that day. So don't kick a kangaroo next time. Donate Bitcoin instead. Do you agree? Food? Too pleasurable? That's a problem? Or what? Pleasure Trap? You've read that book? I've read it. Sugar, salt, oil, or something like that. Those are the pleasure traps. Adding oil to potatoes, that's dangerous. Add salt on top of that? Good luck. What if you added sugar too? I don't even want to know. Don't even try it. Subscribe for me.